So, a funny story. I've been picking up the pots from Target, and I was mad at myself because I bought some when they were 40% off, and I should have bought more because I have a bunch of potted wetland plants around my garden that are still in their original 1 gallon pots. And those are ideal for planting them. I've got some right here. A few of these guys are waiting to go in a wetland pot. And I've got some wetland plants in pots down in my Florida native wildflower garden. So this weekend when I was at Target, I was like, I'm going to go get some more of those pots. I'm thinking they're going to be all sold out. But no, look at this. This is me in the Target. And that's my stack of pots. So we're going to make multiple bog container gardens with different plants and choosing who's going to go together and what. So get ready to learn about some most fabulous Florida native wetland plants. See how you can incorporate them into your garden because they are fabulous. I just released 2, and here's another one. Whoop, all male so far. There's one there. These are the pots, and I have some of the plants set in them that I want to put in them. And we're going to come back and I'll show you the pots and talk about them real quick in a minute. But I have another big pot I want to start with first. And it is right here behind the scenes, behind my little zinnias. It's a very tall pot, and I want to put my alligator flag in it. When you have a really tall pot like this, you can take like an old grow pot like this. Actually, just to make it sturdier, I'm going to put 2 together and put them face down in there, and that'll just take up a bunch of space so you don't have to fill that whole thing with soil. And there are no holes in the bottom of this. It came that way. I try and look for that when I buy. This is one of these from Lowe's. Of course, I still have the tag on it. So I brought out my compost bin from in my garden room. I'm going to pour some of that in there at the bottom, and then I'll top it off with soil. And there's a little golf fritillary hanging out with us. The alligator flag, like the golden canna, is a host plant to the Brazilian skipper butterfly. And this one's going in that pot all by itself because it can be a hog and spread out, just kind of like my golden canna did. And it's not going to want to share its space. I might put like some Bacopa moneri in the bottom of it. So let's get this guy in that pot. This one blooms summer to fall because he's like really tall, spiky spike things on it, flowers. So that'll be fun to look forward to seeing. Look at this root system. So it's gonna love being able to stretch out and expand into this deep pot. There we go. The next one we're going to plant is one that's been sitting here. I'm waiting for quite some time to get its home in a wetland pot, and that is the swamp rose. Now, this isn't the swamp rose like the swamp rose mallow that we looked at not too long ago. This is the true swamp rose that has thorns and everything, but it's a wetland plant. It's also a larval host plant to the blinded sphinx moth. Super exciting. It's going to get in a pot all its own because it can get quite large, and I wanted to have the space it needs. And it is sitting right down here at the end of the line of pots. And it still has its sticker. I got this one at Plant Local, but it was still the nectary, I'm pretty sure. And here's its scientific name. All right, so you can see the bottom of this pot. This is one of the ones from Target. It came out to $7. What I love about it is the plastic is super thick. Look how thick it is. So if something has really tough roots, they're going to have to fight hard to break through this. It's a little zebra longwing hanging out with us over here. This one has a removable plug, but I'm leaving it in, and let me go fill it with some soil. Okay, just have to get some more soil to surround it. This is a very thorny plant, and they are all the way down, even sticking out at the root base. There was one that, of course, got me. So you have to be careful and think where you want to plant this. I'm glad I'm putting this one in a pot because it will be up taller because it shrubs all the way to the bottom. So it will be up taller so my dogs won't run into it. And I cannot wait till it blooms. It's going to be a beautiful addition. It's going to go down in my Florida native wildflower garden. Now this blooms spring to early summer, and when mine blooms, I'll be sure to show you. So, funny thing, my husband went out on a hike with his friend, and my potting soil is in the back of his truck. So we're going to go look at the other plants that are going to go in those pots, but they're not going to get in the pots till I get my potting soil. But I know you know how to dump potting soil into a pot and stick a plant in. So I think we'll be okay. There's a little zebra longwing. Okay, these pots are also 40% off at Target, and I've used them before. You've seen them before on my channel. They have these little dishes attached to the bottom that hold water, so they do well for water-loving plants. They don't make it completely swampy, and you also have the ability to tip them and pour some of the water out. I don't remember how much these were. I want to say $3 or $4.50. The little ones, remember all those little ones I bought? They were $1.50 each. So I got a whole stack of those too. So if you need pots, get to Target. They're 40% off. I have no affiliation with them. They don't know who I am. Okay, so going into these pots are, you can see these guys need bigger pots, especially this one right here. These are Orangium integrifoliums. I grew from seed. I love it. And now I'm over here in my wetland garden to show you my big ones. Unfortunately, we're not flowering yet. Look at this big one here. Look at all these leaves. But they produce some of my favorite flowers. I'll try and stick a picture in. I'm sure I have a picture with a butterfly or a bug or an insect on these flowers. And I love them. Pollinators love them. They're gorgeous, but they like a wetland setting. Look at this guy up here. Not native. Not native lizard on my native plant sign. What you doing, sir? No caterpillar eaten. You can eat like mosquitoes. No caterpillars. Up next is this little cutie, and it is southern fog fruit, which is related to the common frog fruit, Phylonodiflora. But this guy, which is also host to the white peacock, sand crescent, and common buckeye, this guy likes a wetland setting, and it's also endangered. So I'm going to put it in a pot by itself with the hopes that it will spread out and fill it in and attract those butterflies to my garden. And you can see, look how droopy we are because we need a drink. And here's the cute, cute, cute tiny little flowers it gets. And tiny butterflies like the Serenus blue and Cassius blue love little flowers like these as well. So it serves as a nectar source and a larval host. It also likes full blazing sun. So I'm not sure where I'm going to put it yet, but I'm sure I'll let you know. And then in one of these pots, I've got 3 aquatic milkweeds, aka Asclepias perennis. This is a great Florida native milkweed. It's a great one to use instead of tropical milkweed because it does have year-round leaves. It doesn't go dormant like our swamp milkweed and other milkweeds that are native. So you will be able to feed caterpillars year-round if you have them year-round in your area. They are small. They don't get big and as tall and full of leaves like swamp milkweed, but their leaves are more densely packed with nutrients. So you get more nutrition with every bite, so they don't need to eat as much of this. And it blooms from May to September. They have flowers on them, but I don't know. You can see they're gone. Maybe I'll get seed pods. And right here, you guys, this is so funny. This is a whole pot full of scarlet hibiscus. Look at them all. I had tons of seeds and I just threw them all into a pot and they all germinated and grew together. And they had been living together in this pot for 2 years. They went dormant and came back. Now they haven't flowered. I mean, probably because they're all crowded in there. I don't see them setting any buds, but I'm going to keep them all together just to keep seeing what they're doing, but move them up to a nice big wetland pot. And these are also a host plant to the same host as my other potted mallows, which are painted lady, gray hair streak, common checkered, common tropical skippers, Io moth, pearly wood nymph, the most fabulous delightful bird droppings moth, and the yellow scallop moth. And I have some blooming right now, so we can go look. Look at these beauties. Huge flowers. Absolutely gorgeous. Definitely a conversation piece in your garden. And the last 2 are sitting here together. This is a button bush that I grew from seed, and it needs to get out of its little pot. And then this is the shiny coneflower, Florida native. I got this from Green Isle Gardens. That's also where I got the southern fog fruit. Here's its scientific name, Rudbeckia natita, something like that. So that's a wetland plant, a wetland coneflower. So these two will go together. The buttonbush can get pretty big. It's the most spectacular flowers on it. Pollinators love it. And the shiny coneflower, well, we'll just watch and see what it does. It looks like someone's been eating it. Look at that. Look here. Huh. Who's been eating that? Over here, one of my other older wetland pots is a bigger buttonbush, but it's not blooming yet. But I also wanted to show you that my skyflower, also loving wetland bog settings, is blooming, and I might try and like dig a clump of this out and get some more of it started in one of these other wetland plants. We'll see how that goes. I absolutely love this bloom too. And leaf cutter bees, oh my gosh, they love these flowers. You guys, this little female's laying eggs. I have not found monarch eggs in my garden in too long, and I've seen the butterflies, but they must all be males. But she's just here laying eggs on 3 of these milkweed plants that are growing back right here. So she's probably laid some more over there. I'll have to check my swamp milkweed. Guys, look who's orange. Guys, look, we're orange. Is he not adorable? He's my little spice bush swallowtail caterpillar. One of them, I have 2 right now. We'll have another baby. And when they turn orange, they're going to be pupating soon. So I feel like these guys go fast. Like they just grow fast and go through their stages, and their eggs hatch fast, just like everything about them. And I love them. And in the background are my stickers. Buy my stickers. They're right below my videos. Just put him back on a leaf because the stem he was on looks like that, and he might have been off looking. And if he didn't want to be on the leaf, if he does want to pupate, he knows what to do. And then right here is my green guy. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Is this not pure adorableness? Look at the blue. These guys are the best. And then orange, are you kidding me? Look at that. I love them. Okay, and we'll check my pawpaw for my little zebra swallowtail caterpillars. There's one. He's getting bigger and seems to be doing very well. The other one's a tiny little guy. Now, I had another one that was between these two and it disappeared. And sometimes they just don't thrive. But I'm hoping this little tiny guy does just fine. Look, he's doing his osmeterium. Oh my gosh. Hello, cuteness. Look at that face. He's adorable. I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to raise zebra swallowtails. Oh, I love it. And then we have these guys. Are you ready? Are you ready for it? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Almost there. I followed the wrong stem. There we are. Look. Oh my gosh. And they're just perfectly filling up that leaf all together. These are Polydamas swallowtails. Oh my gosh, I have something else to show you too. Okay, hang on. So I was out in the outdoor enclosure and just watering. Like, there's nothing going on. All the giants are there, and they're doing great. And we'll see them. But there's this one caterpillar, and I'm like, where'd you come from? And it's not new to me, but I was like, oh, where'd you come from? I'm happy he's there, and let's go see if we can find him. Look at what these giant swallowtails have done to my wild lime, but it's okay. They're all the ones that were on here were the bigger ones, and they're all gone. I do see there's one chrysalis right there. And then here's some little guys. And more and more. Oh, look how cute. So there's a lot still in here. And then let me see if I can find my new little friend. Oh, this isn't my new little friend, but this is one of the giant swallowtails getting ready to pupate. There's another giant swallowtail. I keep finding the giant swallowtails while I'm looking for my little friend. Oh, I see my little friend. Look here. Right here. Do you see him? Mm-hmm. This, let's get him up. This is a pipevine swallowtail caterpillar. They host on the pipevine, but not elegans. They host on the tomentosa. So there have been pipevine swallowtails in my garden. I've seen them. So, but there's only one. Usually, like, you get a cluster. So somebody must have just laid the one egg and flown off, or maybe there's more in here. I just haven't seen them. So let me find a tomentosa here. I know this one here is a tomentosa, so let's just put him on it. And there we go. Oh my goodness, I bet there's more in here somewhere. Would not surprise me, but what a fabulous little find. There's a pipevine, or not a pipevine, there's a Polydamas swallowtail right there, enjoying the Mexican sunflowers. And then on this pipevine here, there are tons. Look at all these munch marks right here. See, there's Polydamas babies, more Polydamas babies. Oh my gosh, look at them all. And there's still lots of eggs on this plant. Look at these two. Actually, there's three. Oh my gosh, they're absolutely adorable. And then this other, look at the dark. Do you see that? I mean, you just know who's on the other side. So fabulous. And there's more eggs up in there. And there's more eggs right there. And there is a little Cassius blue. I know, because the two dark dots. CA2 is how I remember that. CA for Cassius. These guys are tiny. It's letting me get right up close. I love it. Because, oh, look who's here. I bet we're about to get more eggs. She knows it's close. It's a Polydamas swallowtail. Female. And she found it. Okay, you guys, I've got to stop showing you caterpillars and butterflies in the garden because this video is going up tonight and I got to get it edited and up. So I will see you in the next one. Welcome to the end of the video club. If you're here, you have to answer an emoji question. And your question at this video is post an emoji that clearly expresses your energy level right now. An emoji that will show me how you're feeling energetically. Okay, bye everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe to my channel, tap the like button, become a channel member. Okay, that's it. Bye. Bye, stickers.